So it's been a full month since I started using Nothing Phone 4B as my daily driver, and I'll be honest, this phone surprised me but not always in a good way. Nothing always deliver great looking phones, and for its price point I feel like it's perfectly executed, a combination of last year's CMF phone with an added flair of 4A. If you're thinking of picking one up, especially because of its clean design and affordable price, stick around because after 30 days, is this phone worth it? Let's start with the design and build because let's be real, that's why most people even look at this phone. The clean looking back, the glyph lights, everything still looks unique even after a month, people still notice it. There are different colors like black, blue, and white, but I think the color white is the best color of the bunch. It actually complements the glyph lights and the red accent LED, so if you want to purchase this phone, this is the color that you should go. But here's the thing, after the honeymoon phase, it starts to feel like it's a bit more of style over substance. The build quality is solid, yes, but it's mostly plastic, and those visible screws, they're more for show than function, which kinda kills the whole industrial aesthetic vibe. They've added a plastic screen protector to protect that gorgeous screen and also a transparent case, so you don't have to buy it separately. I think this phone would live on this TPU case on its lifetime. Still, I give Nothing credit, this phone does not look like every other budget phone. Now switching to the front, that big display, honestly this is one of the highlights. You're getting a big 6.77-inch AMOLED panel with 120Hz refresh rate, and it looks smooth and vibrant. Scrolling feels great, watching YouTube or Netflix is enjoyable, and overall no complaints here, but outdoors, brightness could be better. It's usable but not the best in direct sunlight. I mean, for its price point, there are smaller phones in the market, and those bigger screens are usually reserved for high-end mid-range category like the Pro or Pro Plus, but you're getting this on this basic regular version of 4B. With my everyday use and talking about performance, this is where things gets interesting. The Snapdragon 6 Gen 4 is powering this phone, and for everyday use, it's actually pretty solid. Social media, messaging, light gaming, no problem. But after a month, I did notice occasional stutter, especially when multitasking or pushing on heavy games. I think one good thing here is the game of Mobile Legends. Like most of us have access to, is playable on this phone, no issue at all. This is not a gaming phone, it's more of a daily use kind of device. That said, for the price point, it's acceptable. Now on this category is where Nothing really shines. Nothing always is clean, minimal, and honestly one of the best Android skins out there right now. No bloatware, smooth animations, and useful features, it just feels polished. And personally, I think the best part here is you're getting 3 years of Android updates and up to 6 years of security patches, which is pretty nice and impressive for a budget phone. And with that said, I think this is where this phone shines on this category. You're getting more out of this phone. Alright, moment of truth for the viewers. Let's talk about cameras. You got a 50 megapixel main camera and 8 megapixel ultra wide. In good lighting, photos are actually decent, sharp, good colors, very social media ready. I like the warmer looking tone, and I feel like there's better portrait mode compared to the competition out there. So that's a plus if you like to shoot faces and people. But how about low light? Yeah, this is where it struggles. I still feel on its price point comparing with other phones like Honor 600, I feel like the ultra wide on this phone is better. But if we go on a main sensor, it usually loses on the other mid-range phones in terms of details and exposure. Night shots can get noisy and dynamic range isn't the best. Also, there's no telephoto lens here, so zooming is just digital and it shows. For casual users, it's fine. For camera lovers, you might want to get more. Video quality is a mixed bag. You got 1080p on the selfie and the ultra wide, and 4K on the main sensor. So if you're doing vlogging, you would love to shoot on the highest resolution possible. You're stuck with 1080p on the selfie and the ultra wide, so you will be forced using the main sensor. You might need a monopod if this is the case. Battery life is honestly one of the strongest part of this phone. With a 5200 mAh battery, this thing easily lasts for a full day, sometimes even more. And after a month of usage, I consistently got 6 to 8 hours of screen on time, so I don't have battery anxiety. It's a reliable all-day performance. Charging isn't the fastest at 33 watts, but it gets the job done. And lastly, let's talk about the glyph interface. At first, it looks really cool. Lights for notification, calls, and timers. But after a month, I barely use it. It's a nice to have, but definitely not a must-have feature. Feels more like a signature Nothing identity rather than something essential. I think the best use case scenario here is when using the camera for video recording and timer for photos. Alright, let's keep it real. Here are the downsides after 1 month. Performance can stutter under heavy use. Cameras are just average, no telephoto lens. Brightness could be better outdoors, and the design element feels a bit fake premium, and depending on your region, availability might be limited too. But if you can live with those cons, there's a lot of good things about this phone, especially that unique eye-catching design, smooth 120Hz AMOLED screen, clean and optimized software, great battery life, and long software support for its price. So after 1 month of use, if you want something different, something that stands out, and if you care about clean software and battery life, then yes, this phone is worth considering, and I think what its phone offers and what it wants to achieve, this is perfectly executed.